What's going on, you sons of bitches? How's everybody doing this Monday night? Who is even here at this point? I don't know. Let's see, is Tiny live? Nope, he's not. When did he go? When did he finish? Not that long ago. Okay. I wait for you motherfuckers to come in. Watching the football. There we go. Good job, defense. Made a stop. We needed that. Need the offense to come out and play some football. Whoa. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Ba-ba. Okay. Hey.
Hey, what's up? What are
Just
you guys
chilling.
talking about?
Literally just started the stream. There's nobody even in here yet. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah. So with you?
What do you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, like, I missed a lot while I was in Vegas, and so, like, I just, there's a lot to kind of catch up on. Was there something you sort of had in mind?
No.
Okay. Well, I
I noticed
guess.
you hadn't been streaming for a bit, so I mean, I don't know. I've been kind of dealing with personal stuff, and I've been just like kind of
Mm,
even more detached than usual from like a lot of
yeah,
stuff that's going on. Where I'm just like, I don't know. There's so much stuff going on. It's
there's a
weird.
lot going on. I mean, like, I was following things while I was in Vegas. I just did not at all have the time where I could stream, or really the setup while I was there that I could stream with.
Yeah, no,
So,
that's
yeah,
understandable.
yeah, I just kind of had to go a couple weeks without streaming, which sucked because, like,
Yeah.
it's all about
Well, they had the
consistency and
Bondi
everything.
Beach thing. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that was really bad. Front burner. I was talking to a soldier who survived mustard gas and pepper spray. Holy shit, mustard gas. I mean, like pepper spray, everybody can survive pepper spray, but mustard gas. That that shit will kill you. That's pretty crazy. Also, hey, how you doing? Let's see. He had the meeting with Netanyahu today. They're threatening Iran because they're starting up their missile program again. Um, Trump is saying things like, "We're getting way closer to the thing with Ukraine. I believe," he said, "I believe Putin wants the best for Ukraine," he said. And I was like, oh, okay. um, it just feels like we're going in circles with the Ukraine negotiations. Like it's kind of the same thing every time, right? Like Ukraine negotiates, wants to come to a deal with something. Russia is like, maybe they signed like temporary ceasefire and then they start attacking really hard because they actually don't have any real interest in working with them on something. They just kind of want the concessions that they want and they won't budge. And so that's just kind of where we go in circles with Ukraine and Russia. I don't know. That's sort of one of the things that's going on right now. Seems like deja vu. What do you think, Victoria? What's the real difference between Ukraine and Russia? Also, everyone seems to be wanting out of the EU. What do you mean, like, what's the real difference? Like, in what way? Oh, for God's sake. I can't believe that just happened. Matt Stafford just threw a pick six. Unbelievable. They're playing awful today. I don't know what the hell is happening. Government, economy, culture, people, they're all pretty similar. Not really. I mean, Ukraine is like a straight up real democracy. Russia pretends to be a democracy. Ukraine definitely has like, I mean, there's a lot of similarities, but like, you know, it's like asking what's the difference between Canada and the U.S. Yeah, they're very, very similar, but they're also different in their own sovereign countries, and whether they're similar or not doesn't really change the fact that they're sovereign countries and they don't want to be ruled by Putin and his regime, which like I can understand. Everyone seems to be wanting out of the EU. I'm not sure. The people elected in Ukraine are known for their corruption, including their elections. That's just not the same thing as the situation in Russia. And once again, that still doesn't mean that they're just going to be okay being under Putin's regime. Zelensky stopped the election because of the war? No. That's actually in their constitution, front burner. That elections stop during like serious wartime. Yeah, it's in their constitution. Especially because like with the sort of infrastructure damage that's been done in Ukraine, like the ability to actually mount a real election, like the logistics of doing that in the middle of this war are kind of crazy. This is not like an insane. And as I said, it's in their constitution. It makes it right to them. It's in their constitution. Retribution from Russia? I'm sorry, what? What? Russia invaded his country. It's not retribution. They invaded their country. They're defending their territory. Well, I'm just curious. Like, what do you think the series of events are of this war, front burner? No, the NATO thing is not even a little bit of a real thing. That was never a promise. That was never agreed to. None of that was real. It was brought up in a single conversation during the negotiations, and it was never actually further discussed. Not to mention, Russia's aggression is the very reason why NATO needs to exist. No, they want Crimea, and they've made it pretty clear that's what they want. Nuclear weapons being put in Ukraine. Then Ukraine has no nuclear weapons. They disarmed. They disarmed from their nuclear weapons in the 90s. Where do you think nuclear weapons are being put in Ukraine? Because that's not happening. No. That agreement was to disarm to nuclear disarmament of Ukraine. That was the whole point of that agreement. It was not about NATO. It was about nuclear disarmament of Ukraine. One time NATO was brought up in the discussion, and it was never actually furthered from that point. The idea that this was about NATO is just not true. It was about Ukraine's nuclear disarmament because they had all of these leftover nuclear weapons from being part of the USSR. And they have no intention of giving Ukraine. No, it doesn't. That's not even a little bit true. There are plenty of NATO membership countries that don't have nuclear weapons. No. Yeah. The idea that Ukraine is like nuclear saber rattling, while Russia is literally nuclear saber rattling at every opportunity they can. I just don't think that holds up to scrutiny. I mean, this is like classic Russian propaganda. It's like absolutely like perfect from their playbook. It's the kind of stuff they do all the time. Point to other people doing a thing that they don't really have evidence of doing, so that they can then justify do their own sort of aggressive tactics. Realistically, Russia, what you does a clear is it? I mean, if it's a clear reason, does that really count if it's a made up reason? Like if I say, okay, I'm gonna go bomb Mexico, right? Because Mexico is shooting nukes into New Mexico, right? There's a reason, but it's not a valid one. It's a lie. Yeah, but if the asshole knows that you know that he's an asshole and you don't want to piss him off, then he's going to do whatever you want. There are times that you need to show strength, and this is one of the times. If we had let Putin do whatever he wanted to in Ukraine, he wouldn't stop there. And we shouldn't. Ukraine is an ally. I mean, do we want to be like the strong America, or do we want to be the weak America that every time an asshole like talks some shit, we're just gonna let them do what they want? I'd rather be the former. Money laundering and bureaucracy sustaining a massacre. This war could be over tomorrow if Putin withdrew from Ukrainian territory. That is sovereign territory that is not his territory. Oh my God, dude. What is happening to the Rams right now? We get the military of all Europe and America and crush them within a month. Okay, but see, that becomes complicated. Because once you actually involve NATO countries, then you have to involve all of the NATO countries, and you're in a direct conflict with Russia. A direct conflict with Russia is what everyone is trying to avoid. Even Ukraine understands that. No, it's not pussyfooting. If you get into a direct conflict with Russia, this becomes a whole other deal. China might be getting involved. Like, this spreads way wider than Ukraine, and it basically, I mean, if you get into a direct conflict with Russia, that is World War III. That's what that is. That's not something we, yeah, exactly. We don't want to do that. And we're talking, I mean, we're talking conflict in all corners of the world at that point. Like, it's going to spread. Right now, it's constrained to Ukraine and parts of Russia. And we'd like to keep it there until it's over. But yeah, if you have Europe and the US sending their military, then Russia's going to be doing drone and missile attacks in Europe. No. How are they growing stronger? This was supposed to be done in like a matter of weeks. The Russian military has been under strain. It's been needing to get help from the likes of North Korea. More territory, industry, resources. Yeah, if we negotiate a deal where Ukraine rolls over and gives them all the territory they want, then sure. But that's what we're trying to avoid. That's what the whole purpose of funding Ukraine's war and fight against Russia was to stop them from doing that. They haven't technically been like given any territory yet. China's gonna remain as neutral as it can. China's thinking about Taiwan. They don't want to fuck with the situation in Ukraine. They'll supply Russia if they pay for stuff, but they won't do it too strongly because they don't want to touch that issue. For the most part, they like to remain as neutral as possible in things that don't directly involve them. I mean, is it backdoor if everybody knows about it? I don't. Hang on. This is not like a huge money making scenario here. The U.S. military industrial complex gets funded from the U.S. budget. That's going to continue into massive amounts of money, whether there's a war going on or not. The idea that this war is like funding some huge production out of the military industrial complex sort of ignores the amount of the budget that we already spent into it. It's the same shit we have in Israel. Okay. Yeah, wars cost money, but we already spend a shit ton of money. Not to mention, we're sending them we're not building new equipment for Ukraine. We're sending older equipment, things that were going to be like decommissioned and stuff like that. This isn't about testing new equipment or anything. We don't usually give our new weapons and equipment to other countries. We like to do that ourselves. Devaluing the taxpayer dollar. How? Our our domestic budget dwarfs by a mile how much we're giving to Ukraine. It's like not even close. The idea that the amount we've spent on Ukraine is devaluing the dollar to any significant amount just is not borne out by any data. I've heard this before. No, it's not that I don't know how inflation works. It's the fact that the amounts we're talking about are not going to have that sort of effect widespread on money. Like, are we? Can we look at the numbers here, please? It's under $200 billion when we have a $37 trillion deficit. It's not even a drop in the bucket, my guy. And that's just like value, total value. The actual cash money that has been spent and dispersed is 83.4 billion. Who's a whole number of different people. But that's not what we're talking about. You were talking about the devaluing of the dollar, so let's stay focused on that. So you said what we're doing in Ukraine is devaluing the dollar. I gave you the data as to how much we're spending in Ukraine versus how much we've actually had to print. Stay focused, front burner. We can talk about that after. Stay with me. I want to go one claim at a time, okay? Yeah. So the claim was that the amount of money we're spending on Ukraine is devaluing the dollar. I pointed out, compared to how much money we print for our deficit, how much money we have for our deficit, and for generally our debt that we have to print from the Treasury, that the Fed directs us to. That's a tiny drop in the bucket. So, can we acknowledge that this is not an issue of devaluing the dollar? That foreign aid is not an issue of devaluing the dollar? What does that have to do with any of this? Devaluing everyone who works for a living. Okay, that is an opinion. That is like an opinion based claim. That's not a dollars and cents based claim. If you think that's morally wrong or unjust, I'd probably agree with you on that. Like, should Zelensky be able to just go and buy a big ranch in Wyoming? Probably not. I don't like that. But if we're talking about dollars and cents, if we're talking about why we're helping Ukraine and the reasoning that we're doing that, which is what I'm focused on, and you're telling me about how the amount of money we put into the Ukraine war is devaluing the dollar, that is not the case. And while that's annoying that a foreign leader can just go and buy a giant ranch, that's not what I'm going to be most concerned about. Oh my god. Rams are down 21-0. What the fuck? What the fuck is happening to my football team right now? I remember, front burner. The issue is not that money gets printed, okay? And we have a problem with inflation because of that. The issue is, oh, spam. The issue is how much does it actually contribute to that inflation? And I'm telling you, for Ukraine, it's a very, very, very small amount. Trump's tariffs impact on inflation dwarf that by a mile. They've devalued the dollar by a significant amount. If we're looking, so what I'm trying to say is the argument that the money that we've printed to assist the war in Ukraine is causing like an undue economic burden on the American dollar, on American inflation, does not stand up to scrutiny when you look at the numbers. That is my point. If your point is that anything at all, any small percentage at all is a problem, well, that's a personal opinion, and I can't really, that's what you're going to think, and I just disagree. Not really. Tariffs are not really good for keeping jobs. So the data shows that inflation has gone up. The data shows that jobs have gone down. I don't really understand how it's good for keeping jobs in our country. It makes it more expensive. It doesn't bring any jobs back. The reason jobs went overseas in the first place is because American labor was more expensive and the American populace was getting educated to do other kinds of work, not manufacturing jobs. So by upping the tariffs, all we've done is make things more expensive. Why are American workers paid more than someone in China? Because we have a higher cost of living. Because it's generally of higher quality. I'm not sure where you're going with this. I'm not quite sure the point you're trying to make. There's a lot of answers to that question. China has plumbing. Do you think people in China don't have plumbing? Like, unless you're living out in the middle of the country, you have plumbing in China. Like, bumfuck nowhere, you might not have plumbing. And even then, a lot of people have plumbing. I don't. Just make the point you're trying to make. We have a higher standard of living. Sure. Okay. It also costs more in a lot of ways here in the country for certain things. But also, one of the reasons we're able to afford a higher standard of living is because of globalization, because we've been able to manufacture things for cheaper overseas. Are we making a moral argument right now? So the reason we're raising tariffs is because Chinese people have unsafe working conditions? Because if that's the point, then fine, I guess I accept that, but just be prepared to have to pay more for things, right? Be prepared for the inflationary responses as a result. Because we have to contend with that. Because it does cost more to do it here. And it's going to take a long time for us to actually adjust to that. Because the American workforce is not, like, has not been a manufacturing workforce for a long time. So you have to train, like, new generations. Fair wage working. Okay, I mean, like, if your whole position is that, then that's your position, and feel free to pay more. But I don't want to hear anybody talking about how inflation is great and things cost great under Trump when they go up, because they will cost more. Okay, and the idea that it's like slavery is not realistic. China, for all of its issues, there have been a lot of changes in China's workforce standards as well. It doesn't mean it's perfect, but there's a lot of way to go. But China has improved on a lot of things. They won't. They're not going to stay within our country. That's the problem. That's what people don't understand. Because countries outside of the U.S. will continue to produce in those other countries. Countries outside the U.S. will continue to produce in those other countries. It's just that the U.S. market will earn less for them because people will buy less. American manufacturing isn't just going to start popping up. No, it's not even about that. It's that it costs more. Again, it just costs more to build here. Why are companies going to want to invest when their return on investment is going to be lower by doing it in America? Even with the tariffs, it would still cost them less to produce it in China and send them over here. Yes, that's why we do things like AI and services, and we're not doing manufacturing anymore because we've moved past that. We should be focused on what we're good at. What up, Daniel? make anything. We're the #1 services economy in the world. You don't have to make something physical to make money. We bring in well over $1 trillion a year in services. This idea that we have to manufacture things isn't economically realistic. Like, services economies are huge around the entire world. Exactly. Wages being stagnant since the 60s or 70s for the lowest income people is a problem, but that has to do with legislation, not with the types of jobs we have. If you look at wages for like higher level income, they have not been stagnant. Because we don't have manufacturing jobs? That doesn't really bear out. It's just a lot of people don't want to get certain types of jobs, I guess. I mean, like, if you look at like the lowest income Americans, like, there's a very small number of people in the entire country comparatively that are actually making minimum wage. And yeah, if you look at like the minimums from place to place, we need legislation to improve that. But that's a matter of legislation because companies are posting record profits. It's not like they don't have enough money. Super low margin. That's another one of the main reasons why it went overseas. Also, hey, Barcode. Because overseas you can actually up your margins a little bit. Rams are playing their worst football of the season right now. I don't even know what the hell is happening. Yes, that's what America is good at, Barcode. Relation on the cost of entry and restrictions that favor megacorp companies, they don't just get subsidized. Government picking winners and losers. Someone pays. Okay, that's fine. Like, I don't necessarily have an issue with any of what you said. I don't see how that's specifically tied to bringing back manufacturing jobs and raising tariffs. Yeah, Daniel, they're pretty bad tonight. These are issues that can be fixed internally without artificially inflating the economy, artificially inflating prices for something that's not even going to happen. It's not going to bring manufacturing jobs back. It's just going to make things more expensive. And we already know that they're realizing that too, and that's why they're pulling back on some of the tariffs. It's a concession. Very much so, Daniel. No, it doesn't. The only reason it costs too much is because the tariffs are high. Building them in the United States is not going to fix that cost problem because labor is too expensive and there are materials that we cannot get within the United States that we will still have to pay tariffs on. This doesn't fix anything. This just makes everything more expensive. This is the government sticking its hand into every dollar. This is exactly what's happening. And they're making us pay for it. This is a tax. This is a literal tax. It's just a tax on importers instead of your income. What, I'm sorry. Also, why is it that manufacturing does that and services don't? They both create wealth. No, we don't. We can't. That's why we stopped doing it. We can't. The production would be lower, and it would be more expensive. You're going to be producing less, and the quality would be marginally better. And it would still cost money because we'd still have to import things that from tariffed countries. It just doesn't make any sense. They won't. He's acknowledged that it's going to cost more to do it here, Barco. But yeah, so it's a moral argument that we're taking advantage of slave labor, which isn't quite accurate. But I don't really I can't make an argument with you on that. I just say like don't be upset when things cost too much money and people can't buy stuff. That's not true. Some of the prophets do, and some of them don't. A lot of times, what'll happen is like you have like Apple or you have like Ford, and they'll have parts of their stuff assembled overseas, and then there'll be like final assembly in the United States or things like that. And some of those profits stay here. And then from a margin perspective, it makes more sense to do it here, to do those parts here. Apple's one of the most valuable companies in the world. Like again, like I'm wondering where these profits are disappearing to that we don't have. Our GDP is massive. I don't think you understand the difference in price tag, front burner. If we were making iPhones here, they're gonna go from like starting at like 1100 for like a Pro to going up to like 2000 plus, 2500 plus for the same item. And then good luck trying to sell those overseas. Because we're not the only market in the world. There are other markets in the world for our product. It breaks sooner? No. That's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same thing no matter what. That's a matter of the actual components and how long they can work for properly. That's not a matter of where they'll. Like a battery, I don't care if you build it here in Switzerland or in China, it's going to last, a lithium ion battery is only going to last through a certain number of charges. Where's the lack of competition? There's plenty of competition. No one's of competition. Wait, do you think you should just jump into competition, even if mathematically it makes no sense at all, and you're setting yourself up to lose a shit ton of money because they're losers for being scared of competition? You keep saying slave labor. That's not really the case in China, but you can keep saying that as much as you want. The fact of the matter is, the rules are fairly applied, and they are able to pay their labor less. Like there's nothing that they're doing that we aren't doing that means that we can pay our people. It's just the way it is. Their expectations for labor are lower than ours, and they are rising. By the way, yeah, they are rising. It's getting less and less inexpensive to manufacture in China, and so companies are looking to other countries, Vietnam, India, for example. This idea that like everybody who's an assembly worker in China is like slave labor is a bit antiquated. Okay. Wait, so I'm sorry, front burner. Do we want to bring jobs back, or are we just going to automate all the jobs and just do it here? Because neither of those, one of those things means you're making Americans get paid, I guess. And then the other one is just we're bringing it back and we're not getting American jobs. I'm trying to understand. I agree, but that doesn't mean that their work practices haven't improved greatly. It's not slavery. I'm sorry. That is not an accurate representation of what's going on in China. That's like 30, that information is like 20 to 30 years out of date. There are obviously areas where it can be improved, but the idea that there's like sweatshops and people like being worked to death is not a thing like it used to be. It's not forced labor. People can quit their jobs if they want. I'm sorry. Where do you get like your information about what work life is like in China? From watching lots of documentaries, talking to Chinese people. I mean, like a whole number of sources. Seeing documentaries of Chinese businessmen who come here to the States and open factories here. And then there are Chinese workers who come here from their factories. And they. Have you? Have you been to a factory in China? Have you been to a factory in China, front burner? Don't ask me that question unless you're going to ask yourself that question. That's ridiculous. They have a class system is not the same thing as if they don't want to work, they get a bullet in the head. Let's be realistic here, okay? You can't draw conclusions about everything based on that one thing. You understand that that was like a long time ago, right? That's like almost 15 years ago now when that whole scandal of the suicide nets happened. Uh, I mean, it's changed a lot, yeah. The old working conditions where it was like I can't remember what it's called. It's like this number of like crazy hours that people would work. That's actually been outlawed. It has changed. It's not great. It's not like it's not like the same sort of worker standards that we like. You don't have like fucking OSHA or anything. But the idea that there's like people sitting in sweatshops getting whipped to do work and killed if they want to go off the line—that's like cartoonish, man. That's not even close to true. And you can like watch documentaries about all this stuff. There's all kinds of information that you can watch. There, like I said, there's even Chinese businessmen who come here and open a factory, and they bring workers from China to work here too, and then they mix with like the American workers, and you can see the working culture and the difference between them. I'm not gonna. I'm just not. If you're not gonna believe, then I can't like force you to believe it. You should just go look at this stuff for yourself, man. But if all we're gonna if over and over again we're gonna talk about all of these points you make, and then we're going to argue it back down. Okay, well, now I have a moral stance on it. That's your moral stance, and that's fine. But, like, you're not going to change my mind with that. I agree. The CCP sucks ass. I'm no fan of China. I think China's a terrible, like, the CCP is a terrible regime. But that has nothing to do with worker conditions. And if it's not China, it's just going to be Vietnam or India instead, which it's starting to be more of anyway. My point is, if it weren't China, there would be other countries that would do cheap labor as well. Well, let's say it did. Let's say it did have to do with worker conditions. Those companies are not going to move their manufacturing here. They're going to go to other countries that are also cheap. There's literally an entire list of other countries they would rather go and manufacture in than the United States. No, they have not. That's not true. There have been like a couple factories here or there that they've like promised or that they're going to start doing it, but this happens with every single presidency, and most of the time they don't follow through. Yeah, they said all this under Biden. They said all this under Trump 1. They said all this under all these other presidents too. They make these promises all the time, and then they don't follow through. I'll believe it when I see it. No. What? No. On what exactly? He's making it a less attractive business investment location, but no. I'm saying it costs more, which means margins are going to be smaller. Like, for example, a good use of tariffs would be like Biden's Chips and Sciences Act. That actually led to factories being opened in the United States that are currently building chips here. And the reason why those worked is because, yes, the tariffs would make it more expensive, but they paired them with subsidies to help make up for those differences in cost. So now we get more jobs here, and we're building things in the United States. No, smaller margins because it costs more to build, not just because of workers, because you have to import materials from other countries that are also getting tariffed. It's not just that you have to pay more people. It's not just that you have to pay people more. It's that the actual materials that we need to use are more expensive because of the tariffs. For environmental reasons? No. That is super not true. We do not have all the materials in the United States. That is a factually incorrect statement. This is why we were trying to make rare earth metal deals with Ukraine. This is why we have to import lumber from Canada. That is not true. We do not have all the materials that we need here, and it has nothing to do with environmental reasons. No. That's one portion of them making the deal. But the U.S. does not have a lot of rare earth minerals. Naturally. The idea that we have like every resource that we need within our own borders is... No, I'm sorry. No. It's not just that we have plenty of lumber. There are very particular types of lumber that are useful for different uses. Canada has lumber that is better for building houses. America does not have that lumber, save for a very small area of land in the north. That's it. So we have to import that from Canada. We do not have all the rare earth minerals that we need. That's why we have to import them from elsewhere. That's why we've been worried about them. That's why we needed a deal. We do not have everything we need within our own borders. Whoever's telling you that is not telling you the truth. So you're saying that if we do a new deal on trade, we actually never gave a shit about any of those resources? It's only because of a geopolitical situation? What are you talking about? So that's that is extremely short-sighted. Built and scaled on schedule. Pipeline. Huh? No, no. The idea that we. No, 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 no. The idea that we have every single resource that we need within our own borders is short sighted. I literally said a portion of why we did the rare earth deal was to have our own vested interest in Ukraine. I didn't argue with that. What I said was short sighted was the idea that we had every single resource that we need within our own borders. Cobalt, nickel, graphite, manganese, gallium. These are not things we can naturally produce within our own borders. It's I barcode. I mean, like right now, the current conservative movement thinks that there's nothing to be gained from geopolitics, from positioning ourselves, from soft power, from any of that. I don't know. Like, there's no talking to them on this. They just don't think it's important. They'd rather cede control to Russia and China. Antimony, barite, bauxite, bismuth, potash, rhenium. These are import reliances. These are not things we can produce within our own borders. Yeah, I don't agree with this thinking. It doesn't make any sense. There are so many reasons for us to do them that aren't just like money, that are influence based. Aside from the money, that are influence based, that are like power based. There's so much. That's not true. Europe gave a lot of support. In fact, I think Europe actually put more cash money into Ukraine than we did. Yeah, look, not just cash money, but promised money. The U.S. put 180 something billion. The EU did 197 billion, and 104 billion in financial assistance versus 85 billion from the United States. They literally spent more than we did. Again, again, we're trying to avoid this spreading into a direct conflict. But they have put 70 billion in military equipment and training. As soon as a NATO country gets involved, all of NATO is in a direct war with Russia. Wait, what do you mean? We are sending them money and aid and military supplies. That's what we're doing. Ah, yes. That's right. No cause is worth fighting for and dying for, right? The Ukrainians certainly think it is. I mean, if you have a bat, that's definitely going to help you fight Billy off, isn't it? And that's not really an analogous situation, but. Why are you face bombing? It literally is. You were like, here's a weapon. It's also not just money. We send them arms as well. Ones we're not using anymore. Well, some of it is direct financial support barcode, but yeah, a lot of it is to our defense contractors. Not all of it stays here. Some of it is direct support to Ukraine, financial support. But like it's pretty close to half of it that's I think it's no, it's like about half and half. Yeah, yeah. With Israel, it's pretty clear that the money mostly comes back to us. With Ukraine, it's a lot more divided because there's also there's a lot of aid that's intended to be to like help people, like give direct aid to like civilians and stuff like that too. It's not just for weapons and all of that. Basically, Daniel. Or at least the garage is now his. No. What? Hit me with the Erica Kirk memes. Let's go. I want to see it. I want to see what's going on with my beloved Erica Kirk. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you play defense. Seriously, though. It's about to be 27-10. This is rough. Yeah, lay 'em on me. Hit me with them links. I gotta show you guys this new mouse pad I got, by the way. Hang on, check this out. This thing is fucking cool. Let's see if it like show on screen. If I can move it far enough. Look at this thing. Look how fucking cool this is. No, it does not. But that's fine. It has a USB port on it. And oh, field goal blocked. Hell yeah. Field goal blocked and it ran back for a touchdown? That's what I'm talking about. Now we're only 7 points down. That's what I'm fucking talking about. It has all of the colors, Daniel. It's RGB. It's like glass with light. I'll show it again and you can see. See? It changes the colors. That was huge. That was what we needed right there. Oh my god. Beautiful. 24-17 now. Yeah, this is the mouse pad. It's like a PVC. But it has like a couple USB ports on it, so I can charge my mouse by using the USB cable port. I mean,
Yes, it did.
Oh shit. Hang on. Are we back? Didn't mean to do that. Are we good? Hang on. I lost my connection for a second because I was showing off my new mouse pad. Up here? Okay, cool. That was my bad. Accidentally jiggled the Ethernet port there, and it just was like, oops.
You don't get Christmas presents.
Huh?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing.
Okay. Alright, let's take a look at these Twitter posts. Oh, man. Ah! YouTube's not gonna like that, but that's fun. It's okay. It's okay. It's just a little bit of fun here. Oh, nice. Nice. Those are fun. So that's like the meme now. It's just Erica Kirk's dancing because Charlie's dead. Well, that's funny. Very funny. Good times. All right, what other news do we want to go over, guys? What else we got? Daniel, barcode. What do we want to talk about? There's so much happened while I was gone. One more for good measure? All right, let's check it out. I'm going to turn the music off, though. I love me some Creed, but that's fucking hilarious. Can we stay when you take me higher? That's awesome. It's a fucking Pop-Tart. That's so awesome. Alright, what do we want to take a look at? Or is there anything good to watch? A fake attempt on his life that's left Palputin scarred on his figure. But my resolve has never been stronger. So yeah, is there anything in particular we wanted to go over today? Or should I start looking for shit we can watch? And then we'll have like Monday night jams in like half an hour. What are you guys thinking? Take on UK cops being required to disclose if they're Freemasons? What the fuck? That's weird. What the fuck? My take is this is retarded. Why do people... This is some weird ass fucking believing in cults and Satan's kind of shit. Who cares? Wow, they're Freemasons. Whoa. It's just like, this is the type of thing, it's like, oh, these secret societies are like run by Satan. That's what it feels like. Just imagine like a UK cop like coming up being like, "Oi mate, roll down your window." So first things first, I've got to let you know, alright, I'm a Freemason, okay? Now, what can I help you with? Just superiors investigating? Oh, like they wouldn't investigate other people who are Freemasons? Oh, jeez. Always some fucking stupidity. Ugh. Of course not, Governor. Of course I'm not a Freemason. I've just got my bottle of water. Come on. There we go. Fourth down. We can tie it up now. That's right. Whew. What's he been ranting about in video games, Daniel? I'm sure this is going to be fucking enlightening and not completely retarded. Where's Cosmic, man? Where's Cosmic, man? Rules not enough white European men with broadswords. Of course. I just like, who fucking cares, man? Why do they care so much about this? This is fragile shit. Weird Epstein files.
Who cares about what?
Too many girls being in video games, not enough white European men with broadswords.
That's retarded.
It's, yeah, who fucking cares, man? It's just like, why do we care so much about this? I haven't seen Cosmic and Tiny's chat for a while either. Maybe he's doing holidays or something. I don't know. I miss my condescending guy. Top reporter on Epstein case has occurred during first Trump admin. Here's DOJ want to tell me why my American Airlines booking information and flights July 2019 are part of the Epstein files attached to a grand jury subpoena as the flight itinerary includes my maiden name. Why was the DOJ monitoring me? Ooh, weird. He is Cosmic Stray, yeah. Cool. Well, where the fuck is he? He's usually here like every stream. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Bondi Beach thing happened while I was gone. That shit was crazy. Bad news right there. That shit was scary. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's go. Alright, well, if there's nothing else you guys want to go over, we'll just fucking look at some YouTube stuff for a little bit before we, move on to Monday Night Jams. Oh, and now we lost Victoria. Also, while I was gone. Am I, like, waiting for a link or something? Or are you about to tell me something, or... Naval history using first undersea drone to attack an enemy fleet in Port 86, a Russian Kilo class sub. Ah, yeah, I did see about that. That was pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. That was pretty cool. Yo, Rams. They keep pushing. They're going to tie up this game right now. They were down like 21-0. And now it's 24-17 and they're driving down the field. They were just like sucking the big one on the opening though. Come on, boys. Let's go. Run it up the middle. Get that first down. Get that first down. Let's go. First down and more. Go. Who's that? Was that Corum? Or was that Williams? That was Williams. That's good. That's what you got to be able to do if you're a playoff team. The Rams porno song from the 80s. Yeah. Yeah. Don't you know how to ram it? Ram it. Cause we're ramming LA. Alright, come on, boyos. Come on. Let's go. We're on the 35-yard line. Let's go. Nah. Only a couple yards on that one. Hey, Cinderella. What's up? So I think there might be new Mikey and Wyatt. Let's see. They dropped Friendzone Season 3 on Tubi. They said there's supposed to be a new thing on YouTube, but yeah, I haven't seen it get uploaded. Maybe it'll come later. Harder. Okay, 2nd and 8. Go. Go. Ooh. Oh, wow. He almost had that. That was crazy. He almost had that. How's Puka even been doing this game? He's had, like, nothing. Right? He's had 3.6 points. Thank goodness I already won my fantasy championship, guys. I won $1,000 my first year in this league. I won. Let's go. All right, 3rd and 8. Come on, guys. Don't fuck this up. No! Bad snap! No! What's the flag? No! Are you kidding me? What's the flag? God damn. Ha ha! Offside on the defense. Comes back. No wonder. They were cheating. That's why. That's lucky. We almost lost the ball there. That was big. We almost lost the ball there. There nothing else for me, guys? Nothing else we want to go over? I'm just getting back into the swing of things. We had the meeting with Netanyahu today, right? That's fun. Yeah, honestly, like, good for him. He was never going to be, like, that good coming right out of retirement. Ooh, that was a bad play call, dog. Bad play call. We going to go for it? 4th and 3. 4th and 2. Might want to go for it. Yeah, Old Man Rivers, dude. He like, the fact that he did that was crazy. Cam Newton was real cranky about it, 'cause he's like, "Oh, you called Rivers in? Nobody called me." Nah, nobody called you, Cam. You're diva. They're going for it. 4th and 2. Let's go. Come on. Do it. Oh my god, he got picked off. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? What a joke. Pick 6. Unbelievable! What is going on with Matt Stafford today, dude? Right when they were making a comeback, too. They were 1 touchdown away. What the fuck happened there? Oh my god. Unfucking believable. With PF Young, I think I did. It was pretty stupid. The Nick Fuentes thing, yeah. I can't believe that just fucking happened. On Monday Night Football. Oh, he stepped out of bounds at least. Oh my god. Unbelievable, dude. Two fucking turnovers in a row. One of them got brought back, and then you throw a fucking interception. This is just they're playing the worst football of the year right now. Unbelievable. Niners fans are probably laughing so hard. Oh, I don't even want to go look. Oh god. Yeah, it was. It wasn't even like. It wasn't even malicious stupid. It was like good faith stupid. He's just a fucking moron. Right? Like, he wasn't being an asshole or anything. He just like a fucking airhead. He's trying so hard not to be, Daniel. Yeah, true. It was kind of slimy what he was doing. He kept trying to like rope Tiny into stuff in like be like, oh yeah, see, we do the same thing. That sort of feeling, like he wasn't saying that specifically, but that's like the feeling he was trying to cultivate. Did you all watch the Dinesh debate? That was sad. That was fucking sad. Yeah, he was both siding super hard. Alright, Rams are getting the ball back. Thank God. Thank God they managed to stop them from scoring. That better not be a fucking flag. He barely touched the guy. Okay, good. You watched Destiny react to his debate with Dinesh D'Souza. It's illegal to beat up the mentally retarded. I almost felt bad for Dinesh, but screw him. Yeah, like that was one of the worst faith discussions I have ever seen, and like from a person who is supposed to like be a figure, like an actual like figure in like just if that's your guy, if y'all are like, look at what Dinesh made, and like that's where we're living, bro, like no. No, no, no. No, no, no. J6 Pipe Bomb Guy confessed, and it sounds suspiciously like four-letter cult. We know. I knew it. Wait, can you link me? I want to look. And he got so triggered when the audience was laughing at him, too. He got so triggered. Harry Six Pipe Bomber confessed that he wanted to speak up for those who believe the 2020 election was stolen. Dislikes both parties. And modeled his attack on the Troubles in Ireland. Says he wasn't targeting the joint session of Congress. Yeah, dislikes both parties, but he's upset with the 2020 election. Because they don't talk about this. They don't talk about any of this stuff. They only talk about whatever they can spin in their favor. That's how they operate. That's insane. That's fucking insane. I'm so tired of these Fox News people, dude. I'm so tired of them. Like, when are these people gonna face consequences for their actions? Fucking never. Come on, don't throw another fucking pick, Stafford. There you go. Well done. Okay, we're back at it. I swear, Stafford, if you throw another pick, I'm gonna lose it. You can win this game. You can still win this game. Let's see what's good to watch. Why are we hitting Charmanders? Just for funsies? Alright, come on, boys. You got 5 minutes left. Let's go. Let's win this game. With Willa Princess. Oh. She disappeared, man. Oh. Oh! Oh my god, what's the flag? What's the flag? What's the flag? Huge, like, 50-yard touchdown. What's the flag? No! Holding on the offense. Fuck off. Oh my god. That's such dog shit. I have nothing against Charmander. I was just wondering where it was coming from. Are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me, dude? There's a weak holding call. That's such a weak holding call, my dog. Ugh. So weak! Unbelievable. Now instead of a touchdown, it's 1st and 20. Such dog shit. Ugh. No. Oh, that's so frustrating. That's so fucking frustrating. We need Devontae back. Shut up, Daniel. You guys lost against the 49ers. And we needed you to beat them. You lost. Okay? So you sad trombone noise all you want, okay? You guys dropped the ball yesterday. Ugh. I want to win this game. Go. First down. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Kyron. Ooh, almost made it to a touchdown. Got wrapped up. What's the flag? Bruh. It better not be against us. Okay, it's not. Screen. Go. Go, Puka. Puka. Touchdown! Puka Nacua! Let's fucking go! Okay, so either they kick a point after to tie it up, or they go for two to try to win the game. There's still 2 minutes and 46 seconds left. I don't know. I think, oh God, that's such a tough decision. I'd just say play it safe. Kick the point after, right? Yeah, kick the point after. Come on, bros. And it's tied 24-24. Holy shit. Oh my God. We were down 21-0 at one point. Now it's all tied up, but they get the ball back. So we got to play some scary defense and then get ourselves in field goal position. Oh shit. Way to get behind your blocks, Puka. Great work. Shit. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left. The last time the Falcons lost after leading by 21 points was against the Patriots at the Super Bowl. Both teams have 3 timeouts. It's Puka, motherfucker. Put some respect on his name, you son of a bitch. How dare you?
How dare you?
Alright, come on. Come on, Mika. We got this, Mika. Right, baby? Woo! Let's go, defense. Make a play, defense. Make a play. Oh, almost picked him off. Almost picked him off for Cousins. Defense playing hard. Now they're getting pressure on the quarterback. Let's go. Let's go. Sorry, guys. My Rams playing Monday Night Football. Ooh, they almost took him out. They almost sacked him. Keep going, boys. Keep going. Let's go again. More pressure. More pressure. Go, 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 go. Oh, man. Nope. First down. Pop. Come on, D. That's a hold, Doug. That's a hold, Doug. You gonna throw a flag? The refs have been atrocious this year. Atrocious. Falcons call. Oh, 2-minute warning. Okay. Oh, jeez, man. Oh, jeez, Rick. Defense really needs to step it up here. This is like the moment. If you let them in field goal range. Bad news. Bad news, Bears. Fuck, bro. Alright, I'll get 2-minute warning. It's a commercial. Hurry up. Come on, defense, make a huge play here. Let's get a big sack or maybe a fumble or an interception. That's what we need. We need it right now. There's 2 minutes left in the game. We both got 3 timeouts. Play to win. Win. Woo! Get in the backfield. Get in the backfield. Fucking stop this man. Jesus. It's 5 or 6 yards. Second 5 yards. Okay. Come on, D. Step the fuck up. Okay, still not first down. It's like 3rd and 1. Like a minute left. Someone gotta start using the timeout here. There's something. Fuck. All right, defense. 3rd and 1. This is it. This is it. Step up to the plate. Win the fucking game. No. No. They're in field goal range. Fuck! Alright, call timeout. God damn it. We are in bad shape now. Bad shape now. Not good. .38 seconds left. They're just inside field goal range. Cool, good. Call timeout. Call timeout. Ooh, shit. 31 seconds left. It's not Jover. It's not Jover. I'll tell you when it's Jover. Doesn't look good, but it's not Jover. It's almost Jover. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get him down. Another no gain run. Timeout, timeout, timeout. 30 seconds left. 3rd and 9. Okay, come on. Keep him on a super long field goal. We got lucky they miss it. Get the baby oil. It's Diddy party time. Stop. Stop it. All right, 3rd and 9. It's got to be another run play, right? Because they don't want to leave us with a timeout. Just stop him again. Stop him one more time. Keep this a real long field goal. Boom. You got maybe 1 yard. Okay. This is going to be like a 50-something yard field goal. We just got to get lucky. 24 seconds left. Jesus. Oh, if they nail this, it's not good. We'll have to have a miracle. But if they miss this... we'll have a shot. How long is this? 51 yards. God damn it. We've got 21 seconds to get in field goal range. We have no timeouts. It's not good. Not good. All right, fuck off. We're not there yet, but just about. Almost Jover. Still not totally Jover, but almost Jover. Unless somehow we can like break out with a big long touchdown play. It's pretty much Jover. Or somehow get into field goal range with a long play. Yep. Until Frogan gets up and sings. They're probably going to force a return to shave off a few more seconds. Nope. Touchback. Okay. 21 seconds. Here we go. Come on, Matt Stafford. This is it. Show the NFL that you deserve to be the MVP. He's been picked off 3 times tonight. Unreal. It's like they just played like they didn't care in the first half. Long throw. Oh no! Are you kidding me? He was wide open! Dude, you had him. That would have been it. That would have been a touchdown. Oh my god. How did you overthrow him? Oh. Are you fucking kidding me, dog? Oh, how could you overthrow him like that? That would have been a fucking touchdown. That would have been game right there. Do it again. Do it again. What happened? Someone called a timeout? Okay. Unreal, dude. Unreal. I can't believe he overthrew him. Ugh. "16 seconds. Come on, boys. You can do it again. You can do it again. Go, 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 go. Another big one. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh! He almost had it. He almost had it. 9 seconds left. I can't believe it. He almost had it. Dude, how is that not interference, dude? How is that not interference? How is that not interference? That's unbelievable. How is that not interference? Another timeout. That was fucking interference, man. Some bullshit. That was interference, dude. That was obvious and clear interference. I cannot believe they didn't call that. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And on such an important play, unreal, dude. If there's even a whiff of interference on this play, they better fucking call it. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh, no way! Did he just catch that? Holy shit. Holy shit. They're going to get like one more shot. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Puka Nacua, dude. What a fucking champion. Another one-handed catch, dude. What a monster. What a fucking monster. And that puts them like right on the edge of Nevis's career long, which we don't really know what his career long is because he's super new. We don't know what he's capable of. Are we just going to go right for the field goal? Or are we going to try to do another play? We only have 5 seconds. I think we kind of just have to go for the field goal. See if we can tie it up. No, they ruled it an incomplete pass. Are you fucking kidding me? No way. That's complete. He's got control, one-handed. He's got both feet in. No, it comes out of his hand. Oh no. It comes out of his hand. I don't know, man. At that point, he's in. It doesn't come out of his hand until he's... Play stanza's called. Fuck! Well, that's it. We just get one more shot, and that's it. It's either touchdown or we're going home with a loss. That's it. Unbelievable, dude. That pass interference not getting called is absolute dog shit. We need a miracle. Matt Stafford miracle. At least we've already clinched our place in the playoffs, but damn, dude. This is disappointing. Another timeout. Yeah, if it came out after going out of bounds as a catch, I agree. But it looks like it started to come out before. Now you're clenching cheeks. Not just the playoffs. What do you mean? We clinched the playoffs like 2 weeks ago. This is just for seeding at this point. But also because we have Atlanta's first round draft pick next year. Here we go. Here we go. What are you doing, dude? What was that? What did you think was going to happen there? Well, it is now officially over. to try and throw us off. Just to fuck with us. Well, that was rough. I can't believe we lost. I can't believe we lost to the fucking Atlanta Falcons, dude. I cannot believe we just lost to the Atlanta Falcons. Bijan Robinson and his stupid fucking hair. Bro, I cannot believe that they did not call. Oh, because that would have put us in field goal range if he caught that with like a second left. That's why. That's why he did that throw there. Alright, well. That's that. That's that. Damn, dude. Fucking rough, man. That's 2 losses in a row. We're just on a skid, okay? We're going to be fired up for the playoffs. We'll be okay, but fuck, that's not fun. God damn it. This felt like it was going to be our year, and now it doesn't. I'm so frustrated. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Daniel. China's definitely going to invade Taiwan before 28. Yeah, because Trump is a weak boy. Tebow would not have made that. You're talking absolute shit. That's too much Jover. Too much Jover for me to handle. Mika. Yeah, that was a rough one. Fuck. Shit. Oh, Monday Night Jams, I guess. Bye, YouTube, you fucks.